Welcome back to the Think Strong Network. Did you know that right under your feet, there's a universe that's more complex and more populated than any city on Earth? We're about to dig into the secrets of what we usually just call dirt, and I promise you, by the end of this explainer, you are never going to look at the ground the same way again. Let's get right into it. So, I want to start with just one number, 6 billion. What pops into your head? Maybe the world population? Well, we passed that a while back. This number, it represents something so much smaller physically, but its impact is, well, it's just staggering. 6 billion is the number of microorganisms just teeming with life in one single tiny spoonful of healthy soil. Let's really try to wrap our heads around that for a second. In 1 teaspoon, you've got those 6 billion microorganisms, sure, but you've also got 300 feet of fungal threads. That's the length of a football field, all tangled up in that tiny little space. Plus, you've got thousands of protozoa. They're kind of the microscopic predators of this little world, and dozens of insects and their larvae. It is a bustling, invisible city right at your fingertips. And that gets us to the most important point. We have to completely reframe how we think about this stuff. It is not just dirt. It's soil, a living, breathing, dynamic ecosystem. It's a hidden universe, and the health of this world under our feet is the absolute foundation for everything that grows and lives up here on the surface. So that brings me to my first question for you, and I want you to be honest. Before right now, have you ever really, truly thought about the ground beneath your feet as a living, breathing thing? Just take a second. I'm really curious to see what you think down in the comments.
Okay, so if the soil is actually alive, what is it, doing? Well, its job is so important to life on this planet that you can think of it as the planet's own living lungs. Let's break down what that really means. Get this, healthy soil literally breathes. And I'm not just being poetic here. It is a real biological and chemical process. Every single one of those billions of organisms is respiring, just like you and me. It creates this constant, massive exchange of gases between the earth and the air around us. The parallel is just incredible. The same way our lungs pull in oxygen to keep us going, the soil pulls in oxygen to support that entire world within it. And just like we breathe out carbon dioxide, the soil pushes out CO2, a byproduct of all that microbial life. This isn't just some neat cardi trick. This process is a massive part of the global carbon cycle. It's literally the planet's life support system. So what does this microscopic, breathing world really have to do with us, with our lives? Well, it turns out it has a direct, profound impact on our world. The line connecting the soil under our feet to the communities we live in is a lot straighter and stronger than you might imagine. You can think of it like a powerful ripple effect. It all starts with healthy soil. Farmers have known for generations that living soil is the key to growing nutritious food. And when people have access to genuinely healthy food, well, that's how you get the building blocks for a thriving, healthy community. Every single link in that chain is absolutely critical. So once you see that connection, the next question is pretty obvious. What's our role in all this? And this isn't just about big farms way out in the country. It's about our own personal relationship with the land. And it's a real chance for every single one of us to grow. This is where taking care of the land, stewardship, comes in. Groups like 4-H have been teaching these ideas for years, and they're actually super practical. Testing soil pH isn't just a science experiment. It's about making the perfect home for that microbial universe to thrive. Building compost isn't just about getting rid of kitchen scraps. It's about feeding the very life that in turn feeds us. And things like preventing erosion and rotating crops, that's how we make sure this precious, living resource sticks around. It's how we treat the land like the treasure it actually is. And that brings me to my last question for you. Looking at all this, what does protecting the land mean to you, personally, in your day-to-day life? Maybe it's finally starting that compost bin you've been thinking about, or choosing to support local farms, or even just teaching your kids about the living world in your own backyard. I would love to read about what you're doing in the comments. As we wrap up here, just a quick reminder that all the material for this explainer was created by The Educational Highway. I want to leave you with one last powerful thought that really brings this all home. Because when the soil thrives, everything else has a chance to grow, including you. It's just a profound reminder that our own health, our own growth, is deeply and fundamentally tied to the health of that hidden universe right under our feet. Thanks so much for watching.